Well, hello everyone. This is going to be stinker number 14 out of Garretts Green. The road we're on at the moment is called Packington Avenue. We're in Shard End. Place has a great place in my affections, where I grew up. So Packington Avenue, Shard End. We're heading along in a moment to Hurst Lane. If you come along this way on your test, which you may well do, I think, still, the likelihood is it will be the first half of your test in the outward bound kind of area, and we're just in Packington Avenue, just going along. In a moment we're going to be in Hurst Lane. We'll come to some traffic lights where we turn left, and the stinker is just a little bit further down the road. The Garretts Green Test Centre, originally the examiners there were based, I think that test centre's been there about 10 or 15 years, something like that. They used to be in Washwood Heath, and the junction that we're going to deal with, the stinker we're going to deal with, used to be on the Washwood Heath test routes. But when they moved the Washwood Heath Centre to Garretts Green, one of the examiners that was there at the time, Roy Baker, set the new routes, and I believe he included this stinker we're going to go to, which used to be Washwood Heath but is now, possibly now, Garretts Green. So we're going to go left at these lights, and then as we head down, the stinker's about a quarter of a mile, maybe at the most from here. I'll explain all about it as we're heading down. The difficulty with this one, where pupils mess up here, and they used to mess up big time frequently, was missing the road markings. So at the moment we're on single carriageway, but just in a moment or two ahead we're going to go to dual carriageway. In other words, a central reservation is going to appear. There's a man who brakes first and signals after. Not good practice. You can just perhaps see the dual carriageway ahead where the central reservation starts, and we're going to turn right 200 or 300 yards away, and that's the stinker. And the reason it catches people out is because they missed the road markings. Now it's a right turn immediately after the pedestrian crossing, so we move into the right hand lane here. As you can see, this is a dedicated right turn, and here's the danger just after the crossing. You must be very careful. So if you can see the give way lines just in front of me, check to the right. There's a car coming across to the right, so you stop here at the give way lines. There's another car on my right, which you can't see yet, coming across from the road on the right, the other side of the dual carriageway. So I must wait at these give way lines. I'm taking the road on the right. The guy in the red car in front of me is having a job scene up behind me. He's waiting to go. Now the white car on my right can't move because of oncoming traffic on the main road, so you move right across and then turn to head down the road opposite Manor Park Road. But you've got to watch, obviously, the traffic coming down now on the main road from our left. There's my space, signal off, because I'm not turning right now, and into Manor Park Road. We're going to go around and look at that again. But as was probably clear, that what catches people out there, what catches learners out, particularly, is that first set of give way lines before you actually start to turn the car towards the right. So we're going to go back around and have another look at it. It's plenty of time to get across. So we've just come out of Hurst Lane. We're heading back down towards the right turn after a little stretch of dual carriageway into Manor Park Road. You could come along Packington Avenue and Hurst Lane as I just did, or the examiner might perhaps bring you along a long stretch of this, the Chester Road. So we've got pedestrian crossing ahead. We're going to turn right immediately after that. So there's no reason why we shouldn't mirror and signal nice and early and get into the right hand lane early for the turn. So the lane is marked, dedicated right, but immediately after the crossing, look out for the give way. So we know we've got a give way, so looking across the right, there's nobody emerging over there, so we can go right across, nobody coming down the main road, so we can make our right turn signal off. Now those are give way lines, of course. Just after the crossing there, they're give way lines, and if there's nothing coming out of the road on the right here, or there's nothing coming from the main road, then you can move across the give way lines and position yourself for your right turn. And indeed, if there's nothing coming straight towards you, nothing coming out of the road on the right, you could just make the turn in one. So that was nice for us. We were able to do it with the traffic coming and without traffic coming. We'll do another one. We'll go look at it again. So we're heading down to the main road again, to the traffic lights, where more than likely you'll come from the opposite side and turn left out of Hurst Lane. This time we're coming from the opposite direction down towards the lights, so it'll be a right turn. Just checking that we've got time to go around these cars. There's a van coming, so I'm just held up for a moment. But I'm going to go right here. As I say, more than likely you come from the opposite side and be made to turn left. But you could come this way, I suppose. So we're turning right. This used to be a very tricky junction, but they've staggered the lights now so that the traffic opposite and the traffic over here doesn't move at the same time, which makes it much easier. They've got to wait over there while we can go. Just making sure they're not moving. They're not, we're fine, we're taking the right. I didn't have my signal on there because it was a dedicated right-hand lane. I might make a video soon about why I'm not signalling sometimes and why I am. Some of you might have noticed occasionally I don't signal, and you might think it's because I'm a muppet. There's a reason for it, and we'll make a video soon on that subject. So back down the little stretch of dual carriageway, we're going to take the right again into Manor Park Road. So get into position early. We're in the right hand lane. The examiner will have told you to move over by now. If you're taking right, nice early with your mirrors, signal early, into position early. So we know there's giveaway lines just after the crossing. We're looking across early to the right to see if anybody's coming out of Manor Park Road, and there's no one coming out. So we can go over the giveaway, but we must look out for traffic coming straight towards us. So there is another car coming down. Signal off now because I'm not doing a U-turn. Waiting for the car coming from my left, and we're safe to go straight across into Manor Park Road. As I mentioned earlier on, I used to get people failing frequently there or messing up when they were with me through not seeing that first set of giveaway lines. So keep that in mind. That's stinker number 14. Just for a moment or two I'll talk to you about signals. I'm not going to demonstrate anything here, I'm just going to talk about them. You may on some of my earlier videos seen me take a turn and not been able to hear my signal and thought to yourself, he's not doing that right. Well, as a learner, you always signal. I would strongly recommend you always signal. If your instructor tells you otherwise, then go with him or her. But the reason I don't signal sometimes is because advanced drivers, police drivers, only signal when it is necessary. So if I was going to take, there's a junction on the left here just past those two walkers, if I was going to turn left there now, I wouldn't signal. Nobody needs to know. There's nobody to benefit from the signal at all, unless a car appears on the left here. So if I was turning left here, I wouldn't signal. I'm going to go right at the end. There's no one following me. There's no one coming from any direction. So again, I'm not signalling at the moment. If however a car does appear on my right, I will signal, but they will not see it if they're on my left. So there's no point. Now it's clear after this one, so I'm emerging with no signal. It's that simple. So when police are being trained and advanced drivers are being trained, if you was to take an Institute of Advanced Motorist test, for example, they expect you not to signal when it's not necessary. And so that's why on occasions you'll perhaps not hear the signal on some of my videos. It's not that I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I do know what I'm doing and advanced drivers don't do it. But as a learner, my strong recommendation is you always signal for every turn. Whether there's another driver to benefit or not. Well, with just that little note on signals, we come to the end of stinkers number 14. Hope you find that useful, and see you again next time.